just to make sure that you get that right so that you get the discount. And that code is right on the website as well. When you go there, you can just click on that link and it'll take you right there, and then you'll put that code in. I'm really excited to come back to Omega. I've been teaching there for a while, and I love it. And
what do you find about it that you love?
Oh, to me, it's like summer camp for adults. I just think the campus is so beautiful. You're always walking through the gardens. You spend so much time outside between going to the classes and to the meals and just walking to the lake or, up into the hills to the meditation center to go get a massage, all of that. It's just so relaxing and beautiful and peaceful. And then you've got these incredible teachers all the time that are going through there just bringing their wisdom. And there's something about being out in nature, which of course is one of the tenets of healing, is being in nature more, and then being able to study whatever it is that you're going to study for, that it really integrates and lands differently than if you're at home and you're going home at the end of the day and you've got your family and you've got your house and you've got to fold laundry and do the dishes and all that, and instead you can take yourself out of the mundane regular schedule that you lead and really let yourself sink in to the work and let it nurture you fully and completely. I just love it. I love going there. And I love, seeing the tools that people leave with, and then they get in touch with me, a few weeks or months later and say, wow, this really changed my life, and this is happening, and this is better, and this is healed, and this is resolved. And it's so incredible to see how much this work really helps people. So that's another piece of it I love as well. And then just building the community, having meals together. And I still am in contact with many people that I've taught at Omega, and they've come into the fold and started studying and training to become an EMYoga teacher. And, that's the one thing that I'd like to leave with your listeners is how simple this work is. It's incredibly vast, and it can fill a lifetime of study. And at the same time, it's incredibly simple and intuitive. And it's really your birthright to learn how to take care of your own physical body, your mind, and your spirit in these very, very simple, intuitive tools. Some things you probably do already that are energy medicine and that are energy medicine yoga, and we'll teach you to understand why you're doing and what you're doing, and how to add little bits and pieces here and there in your life. When you start to practice EM yoga, what you notice is that everything gets easier. You become more coherent in your energy, and you find that you have more time in your day and more space in your day and less stress in your day. And so I just really like to emphasize how simple the work is, because people think, already it's yoga, and then it's energy on top of yoga, and it's too much. Mm-hmm. And the truth is, it's so easy. It's laughably easy. And I will share some techniques with you that you'll think, really? Like, this is all I have to do, and this is going to heal, or that is going to heal? And time and time and time and time again, that's exactly what happens. So I really emphasize that. Don't feel overwhelmed by it. Let yourself come in, dip a toe in the water, and you'll find, wow, it really is simple, and it really is transformational.
Beautiful. So where are you going to be? I know you're everywhere, but the rest of the year, where will you be?
So I'm actually leading 2 teacher trainings at the end of this month, one in Denver and one in New Hampshire. And then I'll be at Omega the middle of June, 14, 15, 16. And then I'll be in Montana for the end of August, doing a week-long retreat at the Feathered Pipe Ranch. And there are actually still 2 financial aid scholarships available for that. And they're $500 each, which is really large. There's no other retreat center that I know that offers such generous financial aid. And so if you're interested in taking that chakra retreat and finances are an issue for you, please consider applying for those. And what's
the name of the retreat center again?
It's called the Feathered Pipe Ranch.
Okay.
And it's one of the oldest retreat centers in the country, and it's again, another magical place. All of these retreat centers are so magical and beautiful, and that's a week long. So if you really want to immerse yourself in the chakras, And then right after that, I'm actually going, also still in Montana, to the Big Sky Retreat. And Donna and David are actually keynoting that retreat. It's a 5-day retreat, and I'll be teaching some EMYoga there. Don D. Dolan will be there teaching some morning sessions and some 5-element theory. It's going to be an incredible event. So if you want to come and work with Donna and I together, then I encourage you to do that. And you can go to bigskyretreat.com and check that out as well. So those are the major events that I have going on this year. There's a couple more in the works that we haven't announced yet, so those will come on. But if you go to my website, you can also sign up for the newsletter, and we'll keep you informed of everything that's going on and different ways that you can take online classes or bring an EMYoga teacher to your studio. So, stay in touch and dive in. Your life will change, and I promise you it'll be the best thing you ever do for yourself.
Yes. Yeah. So how has, for yourself, how has it changed in the last year? Because you are so busy with teaching and traveling. Do you take time for yourself, or while you're teaching is when you have your connection time?
So I do try to, I do take time for myself. I don't travel at all over the winters. I make an exception for the Minneapolis Yoga Conference, but that's not till usually about the end of March. So I don't travel at all in the winter months. And although I'm still working quite a bit, I do take time off, spend with my family. I love skiing. If you've read either of my books, you know I use skiing metaphors all over the place there. And, I really practice what I preach, which is that simplifying your life and doing less is actually more healthy and more joyful than, there's this kind of idea right now that the busier you are, the more important you are, and, the more powerful you are and all of that. And I just don't agree with that or believe that. And when I've had long stretches where I'm really busy, where I can't see any of my friends or go hiking, I think this is crazy. I don't want to live like this. And life is too short and too precious and too uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen at any moment. And I don't want my last moment to be spent, doing bookwork or things like that, bookkeeping or folding laundry. My fiance and I have this sort of ongoing thing. He does the dishes as soon as we eat, and he always keeps the kitchen tidy. And for me, I'm like, I'll put the dishes in the sink and soak and go out for a walk, because that's more important to me than having clean dishes in the sink. But he would beg to differ on that one. But I just think life is to be lived, not just to be gotten through. And for me, that's about...
Well said.
Yeah, I think we do. We need to spend time with our loved ones and our family. And, some of my happiest times are just being with my dog in the woods. And that is worth more than money can buy. And so that's how I like to spend my time. And then, my work is so satisfying, and I love it. But I don't want that to be the only thing in my life, or the thing that I spend most of my time doing. I think it's really important to have that balance, and I'm happy to have less money and more time, because to me that's really that's the precious gift of life.
Exactly. And I believe that many people are coming back to the basics and tuning in and just being, because really when you step back and look at running around every day and doing the same thing, you really have to step back. You have to kind of take yourself out and look at yourself objectively and see what you're doing. And many of the things the responsibilities we have are all part of life, but yet we can't have them overtake us, so that we are not really, as you're saying, you've got to live life. That's fun, have joy. Plenty of lessons we are having while we're here on earth, but we're also here to find joy. And some of those joyful moments are just sitting by yourself.
Absolutely. And, a lot of times we build a machine that then we have to maintain. And so, unbuilding that machine and downsizing. I love that Marie Kondo is having this huge influential wave on our culture. Everybody is, stopping all of their crazy purchasing and just downsizing everything. The less you have, the less you have to maintain, and then you have the time and the space. And do you really need 100 thises or 100 that's? Or, I just did a video shoot in this huge house, and I thought, oh, thank Goddess, I don't have to clean this house. I just can't even imagine having that much space that needs to be tended and heated and maintained. And I come home to my little house, and I'm so joyful because it holds me and it nourishes me and it feeds me, and it's a shelter for me and my family. But it doesn't require me to work millions of hours to pay for it and to heat it and to clean it. And I think it's really important to reevaluate if you're not joyful and you're not happy, or if you're ill in some way, if you've got some kind of dis-ease pattern, what is it in your life that's starting to cause that? And come back to those radiant circuits, that joy. And that can be the start of your healing journey.
Well, joy is a beautiful way to end the show. I want to thank you, Lauren, for coming on the show again. It's been more than a pleasure and a joy to have this time together. And for those out there listening, share the show and share this guided information, and check it out, EMYoga.net. So thank you again, Lauren, and bless you for all the work and all the teaching and enlightenment that you're sharing with the human race.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me back and for a wonderful conversation. And I hope to see some of your listeners up at Omega next month.
Yes. Thank you. And for all out there, have a blessed week. Enjoy the moments. Sit quietly, even if it's in your room, and just be and see what happens. See what crops up, if anything. Just be. Till the next time we get together, au revoir.
Are you seeking a clearer path to love? Then tune in to the Love by Intuition show next week. All designed to your highest good. To contact Deborah Buffet, owner of Empowered Connections, call her at 508-226-1723. That's 508-226-1723. Or link on to lovebyintuition.com. Remember, we are all one, and we are all part of the miracle of love.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.